Hello, evolutionary women from around the world. It's Catherine here, and you know I get excited about interviewing women. And I am so excited for you to meet Nancy Johnston, our GIFEW Global Evolutionary Woman of the Year Award nominee, the founder and CEO of the House of Tengri. And let me just share with you what she's creating that totally blows my heart and my mind. Nancy is really bringing a new evolutionary model of business through fashion and sustainable fashion. And she has connected villagers in Mongolia who herd yaks to produce beautiful materials, which she turns in London, which she turns into clothes and fabrics, and are bought up by Savile Row, the London's like fashion capital. So this totally blows my mind. So Nancy, first of all, thank you for being here with us today. So honored.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure for me to be around so many powerful other women. You know, it's nice to tap into that energy because pioneering anything is hard work.
Yeah. So let's start there. Let's start from the vision, like what, like when you first saw it and went, oh my God, that's bat beep crazy, to it is in existence. Like you can see it now. You can buy suits made out of this clothing. Like you can see the impact this is making to villagers and farmers and herders in Mongolia. What is it like just seeing that vision? Like the vision is here now, but also being from the future, seeing what's next.
It's an interesting one for me. The visions have always been there since I was a child. My vision is just a world where people, land, and animals are free and nurtured and respected and treated as equals, and we're not doing that. And going into Mongolia, living with indigenous people has been a lifelong childhood dream that I've always had visions of. And to do that, when I lost my job, I was really literally lost in life. And I just had this moment where I was on a mountain, and it was just like, boof, in meditation, actually. It's like, boof, you got to go and go back, because it was after I left. I was on another mountain. You got to go back and you got to throw your life savings. This is your purpose. The world needs some ancient knowledge. Working with land, people, and animals, and bringing into a modern day society products that make sense, products that don't harm people, products that don't hurt animals and the land. And I had to figure out how to do it, and that journey was a crazy one. From fiber to fabric, it literally takes 2 years, and from fabric to fashion is another year. And so if you're being truly sustainable, truly kind of no harm to people, land, and animals, it does take that long. And there's a lot of consideration in that process that a lot of people aren't aware of. So that's kind of what I'm here to do and show.
Yeah, I love, Nancy, we talk about the ego soul dynamic and how you so beautifully shared that eternal struggle in your, in meditation. Like it came and you're like, oh gosh, now I actually do something about it. Now I'm like, I can't resist it forever. But also what you're talking about in business, it takes 3 years from the start to finish to produce a garment. That whole ecosystem that is living in harmony with each other, that's eternal values. You're actually creating products that also will have an eternal value, like products that can be handed down to generations with so contrary to fashion and Primark and gotta consume yesterday. So I'm just does that resonate? Does that? I just want to check in. Does that? You're like, no, that's not what it's about, Catherine.
I think it's interesting. I think we need to re-educate ourselves and reset our body to be in line with nature. And I think we'll just be happier. I think where a lot of people are not happy is because they're not in nature. They're not in tune with their own nature. And I just feel like we've lost a whole entire evolutionary gap in our humanity.
Yeah.
And being able
Yeah.
to go back to the way, a slower pace of things allows us to be more mindful and to cherish the things that we do have and cherish how things are
Yeah.
made. And when you do that, you cherish animals, you cherish plants, you cherish your maker, you don't exploit people, you treat them as equals. And that's what I hope to do with my work. And I think the thing is, a lot of times we don't realize that we are sentient beings. We feel things. So the things we wear has energy to it. And natural products just always just make you feel better, especially when
Yeah.
it's sustainably, kind of ethically, honestly sourced, that there's no harm to it. But I think because we're surrounded by so much of this fast pace, we're losing our senses of being in touch with ourselves and just being in harmony with our environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're really it brings soul as well, because the whole, to own a garment that has been so painstakingly loved, like that has been loved by different people over 3 years, that garment is like alive. That garment has like life to it. I mean, that's not just an inanimate object that you're like, oh, let me just go put this thing on me. Like, that is so special. So Nancy, I could talk to you for hours, but I want people to vote for you because we need to get the word out about what you're doing. This new model you're bringing, your fabulous products, the difference that it's making to so many people around the world. So ladies and gentlemen, vote for Nancy, link above, click it, find her name, click submit. This work is so important. So Nancy, thanks again for being here with me today. And I can't wait for our next conversation. We'll speak soon.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.